Hello, and welcome to Whap, the first video podcast with only audio.
Hey everybody, welcome to Whap, the first video podcast with just audio.
My name is Madison.
I am not Madison, I am Jake.
He's Jake.
Hi.
Normally we'd have James with us.
Say hi, James.
Oh wait,
Notice that there's a silence.
he's not here. That's because James is not here. I actually don't know why he left.
He had a thing.
He had a. Here's the thing. We're.
Did you just?
I did just.
No, I think he went to like a business meeting. Right? That sounds like James.
Yeah, he works at Redacted. So, you know.
My favorite company ever is Redacted.
Redacted. Here, let me shift in my seat here.
It's like Redactyl.
Okay. Nice. So, oh god, I hit the table.
Don't do that ever again.
Okay, yeah. Wait. Okay, we're good. Okay, so hit the table again. Let me back up. Backing up. That's copyright.
Backing up the truck.
All right, so
our first episode was sort of a success, I guess.
I think it was a success. It currently has 8 views.
All right, how do you want to do the seating thing? Because you're turtling right now. You
I'm
have it
almost
on
there.
your back.
I'm almost there. I literally. Okay, wait. Okay, now I got it.
Well, that's gonna be weird because we're next to each other, and it's gonna be weird to look at each other and not the mic.
Then we should.
Whatever.
Do you want me to move the mic more to the middle of the table?
No, well, it's already in the middle of the.
It's at the edge of the table.
What? This is good stuff. No.
I'm moving it back.
Fuck you. God damn it.
I'm back.
Welcome to the first 2 minutes.
So, what we were supposed to talk about as soon as we started up,
you may have not noticed the name change. For most of you have not seen the first episode when it was under our old name.
Our old name was Here's the Thing, which is an amazing name that Jake...
Hi.
Our guy here, Jake. Say hi, Jake.
Hi.
You already said hi.
Shit.
Oh, no.
One step ahead.
He came up with Here's the Thing. It's a pretty good story, but unfortunately, Here's the Thing is a trademark.
It's a by some guy.
It's a trademarked name for some sort of radio show all the way in Western New York.
Yeah.
So
there's really not much we can do about that. As much as I love the name,
it is a really good name.
Oh well. What can you do for a recline tech bar? Also trademarked.
Also we're just trademarking so much stuff.
We're getting copyrights.
We're gonna get copyright claims. We're gonna get strikes. This channel is gonna be over before it started.
It's like baseball.
What?
Strike 213, and that's the code for my briefcase.
Oh no! Now they know. You gotta change it.
No. 3, 2, 1. There, no one knows.
Ha ha
ha. Wow. Riveting. Oh, we're bringing back the clapping, I guess.
The clapping is trademarked by Whap.
Clapping will never go out of style.
You're not allowed to clap in real life.
Neither will
until you pay us. High-fiving does not count. It's still 2 hands, but it's 2 different people's hands.
If you have a third hand, and you can incorporate that in some way in your clap, that's fine.
Yeah, we're only trademarking the normal, like, 2-hand clap, like...
Yeah.
That's let me do closer to the
Well, don't do that. No, our ears are blown.
No, we're talking louder than my clap. It says that our voices are louder than the clap.
I don't know.
The clap is a deadly disease.
We also did not trademark the one-handed clap, which I cannot do. Yeah, that's the one. You can't hear it, but it's there.
If you can hear it, tell us in the comments.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you can hear that one-handed clap.
I'll do it again for those of you who may or may not have been able to. It sounds really gross.
Yeah, it's kind of like mushy, but like not.
Oh god.
That's kind of like a helicopter that I did.
Oh. Alright, so we have a few topics written down. The first one we have written down is the word Whap, and so we already talked about that. That's our new name.
Cross that one.
Crossing that one out right now.
Everyone knows the secret.
Yeah, everybody knows
Cat's
that.
out of the bag. The show scripted.
Oh no! That's even on the script, me saying, oh no.
It's even on the script that sigh that I just did. I did it again.
Alright. The next topic says... Deadpool.
Here's the dead thing.
The next topic is Deadpool. Because the movie came out, like, sometime before today.
Yeah, not to date the episode in any way, shape, or form.
So the movie came out a couple weeks ago. I thought it was a pretty good movie.
So did I.
What did you... Oh.
One step ahead, Madison. One step.
There was a lot of good jokes. Some jokes I didn't... Actually, I find that in a lot of comedy movies, I don't really find very many jokes laugh out loud funny.
Yeah.
I find most of them, like, I'll sit there and go, that was a really good joke. Or some of them I'll sit there and be like, that was pretty amusing. And then just, like, bad jokes, I'll just sit there and be like,
why'd you make that joke?
why?
But that really didn't happen in the Deadpool movie.
No, I'd have to say there were some jokes that definitely...
That didn't really translate very well.
Yeah, they definitely... There were a lot of references, so if you didn't know a lot of the stuff that they were referring to, then... well, I guess that's how references work, I guess, if you don't know the reference.
Well, I mean, like, even if you did go in blind, it still was pretty well done.
Like Blind Al?
Yeah, like Blind Al.
Like Blind Al.
Yeah.
That's a reference you'd only get if you watched Deadpool. Or read the comics.
Coming to a theater near you, even though we said it came out before today.
That was weird.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking out of my water bottle while recording ever again.
Well, like, you can drink... Oh, maybe going for another swig. That was quick. Well, I'm gonna go for another swig, too.
Yep. Yours is way more silent than mine is, though. Mine goes like, wee! Oh my god. that was louder than the one-handed clap.
Well, it's not hard to do.
Okay, wait, I'm sorry.
Remember, if you could hear that one-handed clap earlier, like, comment, subscribe to let us know.
The one I just did was a two-handed clap. There's not going to be any more one-handed claps.
Or will there be?
Or will there be? Can you hear it?
Surprise!
Okay, so Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Really funny. The costume was very accurate.
It was.
It was like straight out of the comic book page.
It was. It was actually... I thought it was extremely well done, the entire movie.
Ryan Reynolds, perfect choice for it.
Ryan Reynolds killed it. I
didn't
think that he would.
Honestly, I think he's probably the main reason it succeeded, because
he's a very good-looking man.
He's an extremely attractive man, no homo.
Well, now we're gonna get... Fucking The Lonely Island is gonna take us down now.
Oh, shit!
They coined the term no homo.
Did they really?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know that much about The Lonely Island.
I know.
If you know a lot about The Lonely Island, comment below.
comment, subscribe.
But yeah, Ryan Reynolds, he basically was one of the main supporters of the film.
Yeah, which was surprising, because he doesn't really come off as that kind of guy to, like, support that, like, superhero movies.
Yeah, well, Deadpool is more of an anti-hero.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Well, okay. But
now we got that
understood. And I think... I swear I saw somewhere that like, it said... It was like an article or something, and it said that Ryan Reynolds, during production, if there was a part that they wrote and he just thought it did not fit Deadpool, he would, like, tell them and then explain to them how Deadpool, like, would actually go about that.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So he apparently was, like, their go-to guy for figuring out how Deadpool would actually act.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
Yeah.
I did not know that. I'm still kind of surprised that he's, like, a Deadpool fan.
You never know. Like, honestly, you know how it's sort of like, the cliche, I guess, type of thing is that there's, like, no one in the world is basically a nerd. It's just kind of like a small group of people. I think that I don't know if it's just a recent thing or if it seems like a recent thing because everyone's, like, it's easier to communicate. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that's the case. I think most people, or at least that's just the people I hang out with, they all appear to be nerds. Everyone has their own nerdy side. Yeah. And, like, nerds are kind of becoming mainstream. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. Yeah, it's sort of like, I was about to say a song name, that is, I don't know.
All right, well, got it.
The geeks will inherit the earth by. I almost said Imagine Dragons.
Oh God, no.
Oh God.
I like Imagine Dragons,
No,
but they
what's the band name? I can't check.
I Fight Dragons.
I Fight Dragons. Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't check the band name because we're recording on my phone.
Yeah.
And by on my phone, I mean some high tech recording equipment.
Welcome to the studio, everyone. We'll do a studio tour one day. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see the studio tour. Was that the thing?
Here's the thing. All right. Okay.
That's enough of that.
Is there anything else you have to say about Deadpool? I don't want to like go into spoiler territory while talking about it.
Neither do I.
I honestly feel like if you haven't seen a film and you're interested in watching it, like you're already interested, just go out and watch it. Don't watch any trailers.
Well, because then you're joining the hype train, and that'll like set your expectations really high.
Yeah, like not that that's like a bad thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't. I mean, I guess you don't really want to go to. You kind of want some expectations that are somewhat high.
Yeah, but
because you don't want to like. If your expectations are low for something, you'll probably be less likely to see it.
Yeah, but like you have to have like a line, I guess.
Yeah.
Where like you go in blind, but not blind enough that you're not like excited to see the movie.
Yeah. My art teacher, he was telling us about how, I think it was like last year he was telling us about this. He doesn't watch any movie trailers anymore, unless it's like a movie that he's not sure if he wants to go and see. If he knows that he's going to see it already, he's not going to watch any trailers for it, because honestly, trailers nowadays
they give too much of the movie away.
Yeah, there was like I feel like there's more than 5 Avengers trailers, and they just gave away like all the Avengers Age of Ultron, I mean. And they gave away all the best scenes, like the Hulkbuster scene and...
Well, I've never seen the Avengers 2. Don't ask me why I called it the Avengers 2. I've never seen Avengers 2 Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
I was supposed to, and then, I don't know, plans just kind of fell through.
I recommend it. I don't know if I like it as much as the first one.
The first one was really good.
The first one was really good.
But I guess to like backtrack a little bit and go to the Deadpool thing,
That's fine.
I originally did go in not with low expectations, but like not very high ones, you know?
Yeah.
And so I was going to go in blind, and then everyone started to go see the movie. And Deadpool is not like a mainstream character, but he's nerd mainstream.
Yeah.
So he's huge in nerd culture.
I feel like he's probably going to become kind of a mainstream guy.
Well, especially after this movie.
Yeah,
I think
that's why. I think this movie specifically is probably going to get a lot more people into at least one comic book character.
Yeah.
Like The Walking Dead. There are so many people that watch The Walking Dead that I would never take as like nerdy fans of anything. Comics are better, by the way. Just putting it out there. I'm sorry, show guys. You do really good. The show's really, really good. I like the comics better.
Yeah, I mean, to each their own. I haven't read the Walking Dead comics, but I think someone, again, to go back, I keep going back to this, I guess. It just kind of happens.
It's inevitable. It's gonna happen.
I think I know, someone told me that I believe it was the highest grossing superhero movie, as well as the highest grossing rated R movie.
I would not be surprised by that.
Neither would I.
It was a really good film.
It was.
Word spread about it pretty fast.
And I think
the trailer was good too.
It was.
That's one of the only recent movies that I've actually watched the trailer for, because I was just so excited that it existed at all that I was like, screw it, I'm watching the trailer.
Well, I remember like watching it a year ago and thinking this isn't gonna get made. Like this is such a small.
Are you talking
product.
about
the Deadpool movie?
No, I mean like not the Red Band trailer. I mean, are you talking about the test footage that they had? Like
yeah, that's what I mean.
That's the first one I watched. I really liked that.
So did I, but like it just like at the time that I watched it, it was like this will never take off the ground. This isn't big enough. And then here we are, a year later, and it's awesome.
Honestly, that test footage is, besides Ryan Reynolds, probably another one of the only reasons why the film was made, because they released the test footage and then a ton of fans were like, this is really good.
Yeah, they were like, this is actually happening. Can you guys please continue?
Yeah.
And like I did end up going into the movie, like I said, a little blind, and everyone started to see it. And so everyone was saying it's a really good movie. So that just put my expectations very high. And I gotta say, the movie ended up delivering very well on my expectations.
Oh yeah. I'd say probably my only, and it's not even really a gripe with the film,
Yeah.
but I'm just gonna say gripe. My only gripe with it would be
Is it that it's not long enough?
no. Well, yes,
That's a
yes,
big one.
That's
was
a
not
big
long
gripe.
enough.
It's actually a very short film.
It is.
But it's a very short film, especially if you take out the like origin story, like stuff that happens before he's actually Deadpool stuff. And that is my only kind of gripe. There was a lot of that, but I the thing is I liked all of it. I just felt like not
It wasn't all
I'd
necessary.
say like so many times. I just
It's
felt
fine.
I felt like there was a lot of the backstory stuff, and they kind of threw it all at us. Not even like really quick, which I'm glad they didn't throw it at us really quick.
Yeah, all in like one big sitting.
Yeah.
They didn't do that.
Yeah, they took a few times to get it all to us.
Yeah.
But it's just sort of like it felt when you're watching it for the first time, it kind of feels like all of that is most of the film.
Yeah.
And once all that's done, then like the rest of the film happens, and you're just, hey, this is actually this is really. I mean, not that the other ones weren't really funny, but the rest of it's like, yeah, this is really funny. Now he's Deadpool.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I did like how it's like he kept going back. Like the plot would continue, and then he would go back, and he's like, "Here's how I got to this point," like a
Yeah.
little chunk of it.
Yeah.
And then the movie will go back to real time, and it'll start to continue again, and it's like, "All right, well, here's how I got to the point before this," and then he shows you how he got to the point before this, and then that kind of like pieces it together throughout the movie.
Yeah.
I thought that was very well done, how it kept backpedaling, but then bringing you back to the present.
So it didn't feel like it was.
Like, here's backstory, 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 backstory. The movie's starting. Like, it didn't feel like that.
It didn't feel like 10 minutes of or not even. It didn't feel like a half
30
an hour.
minutes, yeah.
It didn't feel like a half hour of backstory and then the rest of it's film. It felt sort of like
It felt like 10 minutes of film.
Film's happening, and then they show you a little chunk of backstory, and you go,
Yeah.
"Oh, that's interesting." And then
And
the
it's
film
like,
continues.
oh, so that explains how he got to the scenario he's in right now. And then and then it goes from there, like, well, here's how this influences it later.
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right, now that we're about like 10 minutes into the actual movie, we'll go back and show you another 5 minutes of backstory.
Yeah,
Which I liked that a lot. It was definitely a more interesting approach to it.
I'd have to say, out of all the superhero films, that one's probably my favorite, honestly.
Which is funny, because like, you're a huge Guardians of the Galaxy guy.
I loved Guardians of the Galaxy. I saw that four times in theaters.
It was kind of not by choice, though.
Yeah, I saw
just
it
happened.
once. I saw it once with, I think, my family and our neighbors. We watched it at the drive-in theater. Right after that, we watched another film. I think it was called like Into the Storm. They had the woman who played Lori on The Walking Dead. That film was meh.
Well, especially coming from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Especially coming from Guardians of the
Yeah.
Galaxy. My favorite superhero movie used to be Spider-Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
Guardians of the Galaxy surpassed that. And I watched that 4 times and I have it on DVD. I think that's the first Marvel film I had on DVD, actually.
Oh, really?
Yes. I now have Captain America 2 and Ant-Man. And I have not watched Captain America 2 yet.
Captain America 2 is okay. It's not my favorite Marvel movie by like any means. It's not bad, it's just not one of my top ones.
But then Guardians of the Galaxy I loved. Unfortunately, the comics are not, at least I guess the Bendis, I forget his full name, something Michael Bendis. Unfortunately, at least I think it's his run. I haven't read any of the earlier Guardians of the Galaxy, but his Marvel Now run from, I think, like 2010, that I think is definitely not as good as the actual movie. Mm-hmm. And it's like halfway through those comics, they tried to make it more like the movie. All of a sudden, Peter Quill, his entire look just changes, and then his demeanor kind of changes a little bit, and I'm just like, what?
Well, I mean, like, the comics, I haven't read any of them, but I remember you telling me, like, they didn't really hold up to the movie.
Oh, no. Yeah, they did not.
And, like, I ended up just deciding not to read them because I didn't think that they would be that high quality. And, I don't know,
I have them if you want to like try reading them sometime.
I'll probably end up borrowing them.
The thing that is sort of not as good with those comics is overall in the comics, there's a general overarching type thing. I think that it just kind of starts.
It just kind of happens at some point.
It's kind of weird because in the Guardians of the Galaxy comics, they are too tied in with other comics.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, so there's a comic that happens, and you see the story arc like start in the Guardians of the Galaxy comic,
and then it continues elsewhere.
It continues elsewhere. I think there's one where they were with Iron Man. I feel like that probably continued in an Iron Man comic because he just kind of like disappears from the group.
Yeah.
Then Captain Marvel's there, and this woman named Angela, she appears from like another dimension, literally called Heaven, where like Earth is kind of like supposed to be. It's like thought of as fake, like we think heaven, I guess. Well, some of us.
Yeah.
Some people.
We're not gonna get into that whole debate.
Yeah, we're not. No. Okay. Anyways, and she's like there.
Thank you.
She's there, and then they just kind of disappear. And then they have Venom, Agent Venom.
Oh, okay.
Which actually he seemed like a pretty cool character, and I was like, yeah, this is so cool. They're getting some Agent Venom stuff. And then he just kind of disappears, and there was this other storyline where Peter Quill's dad is like, "Rawr!" And then they like overthrow, like the dad captures all the Guardians and like sends them off to different people to like torture them and whatever.
Yeah.
And then they all get rescued by Angela and Captain Marvel, and then Peter Quill is like his dad is overthrown and Peter Quill is elected as the new like leader. And then that just in the comics themselves went nowhere. There's a comic I missed because it's not numbered, but it's in between like 2 and 3, and it involves the X-Men. I don't know why it wasn't numbered. It's not numbered at all. It's not even like 2.5. It's just not numbered at all.
Isn't that like how the Civil War is? The Civil War is kind of like a choose your own adventure in its own way.
Yeah, but the Civil War comics are more like the actual main Civil War comics still had like the overarching plot.
Yeah,
it had a beginning, a middle, and an end. It didn't sort of start and then just sort of end with, hey, go read these other comics to find out the end. It had an end, and then it was like to see what happens more specifically with each individual character, go read their comics.
Yeah.
I like that. The Guardians of the Galaxy comic, there's like, I don't know, it seems a bit like a mess.
I mean,
I feel like the story would be so good if
they like just kept it into one dimension.
There was
not dimension, but like
one comic.
Yeah.
There was a story that started in an issue, and then it didn't,
just broke off.
And then the next issue, it didn't have anything to do with it. It just sort of like halfway through that story, next issue they're off somewhere else, and I'm like, what is going on? There's no real conflict because they start up stories and they don't end them.
Yeah, so it's like he was kind of like just trying to make comics to just try and get started.
Yeah, and then they make references to other events that I have no clue about because I haven't read any of the other comics.
Yeah.
And I like that they have all these comics tied in together, but I don't like how I have to read all of them.
Yeah, and you have to break off. And do
I feel like each comic book series should be able to be on its own.
Yeah,
and then the other stuff is like extra.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean that's how, from what I can remember. So this is again going back to this. Deadpool was the first comic I had ever read.
Yeah.
And like that's one of the reasons the movie was so big for me, was that I grew up reading the Deadpool comics as my very first like official comic that I actually sat down and read instead of being like, hey, I'm 4. I'm gonna read whatever these pictures say. So like it was a lot bigger for me. But like they kept the Deadpool story into one general series. I know that there's like Cable and Deadpool.
Yeah.
Like the Uncanny X-Men, which I believe is where he got his start. Don't quote me on that, though.
He got his start in, I don't remember exactly which one it is. I'd have to go back and look into my volume 1 of Deadpool. Yeah. But he started way back in, it was like a 90s X-Men comic. And
I think it was the Uncanny X-Men.
And I think he was like sort of a one-off character. He was like a hired gun. and he goes in, he's trying to, like, kill... I forget who it was, but he's, like, trying to kill them.
Yeah.
They defeat him, literally stuff him into a box, and then send him back to
Yeah.
his sentence. It was hilarious. And then, after that, he gets his own series, which was really good.
Yeah, because I think everyone was like, this guy is actually a pretty interesting character. I want to see more of his story.
Yeah.
And, like, it worked out very well. Deadpool is, again, nerd mainstream.
Fun fact about Deadpool, I don't know if you know this, but the creators who designed Deadpool, they were, like, created and designed him.
Yeah.
They were fans of Deathstroke. So
You can definitely tell.
Yeah, when the one guy drew Deadpool, it's really unfortunate I don't know exact names, but when the one guy drew Deadpool, the other one was like, you know who you just drew? You just drew Deathstroke. Deathstroke's name is Slade Wilson.
Yeah.
As a joke, they named Deadpool Wade Wilson. So...
Yeah, it is pretty crazy.
It's hilarious.
It is.
I'm pretty sure Slade Wilson also has some sort of, like, regenerative health ability, too.
I'm not sure. I don't really
I'm
know.
not very well versed in DC Comics at all.
Neither am I.
That'd be a question for my friend Will, not for me.
Yeah. I mean, like, I do like DC Comics. Fuck. DC.
Yeah, DC Comics, that's saying Dark Comics.
No, it's Detective Comics.
Oh, I'm thinking of Dark Horse.
No.
That's what I was thinking of.
What did Dark Horse do?
I'm pretty sure they published the Sacrifice comic. Like the Left 4 Dead Sacrifice comic.
Oh, okay.
Which that's also a good comic. I recommend it.
I've never read it. I also haven't read the online TF2 comics.
Those are also very good.
Yeah, I've heard that.
There's if you don't want to go through all of them, they currently have an 8-issue, I think it's 8 issues, 8 or 9 issue comic books like story that's going on, and right before that they have a quick catch-up comic so that you know like what the whole story of TF2 is.
That's really cool.
You could read that real quick, understand everything, and then just go and read those 8 issues.
Yeah, so
the story's really interesting. They just have 2 issues left.
Oh, that's unfortunate. But like comics are so different from TV because like you don't have to read or like you don't have to watch at the pace that they're being put out.
Yeah.
You can basically just buy it and say, I'll read this in 2 months. And then 2 months later you go and you read it and you're like, okay, that was pretty cool. I'll go on and buy the other comics.
Comics is an interesting media because it's kind of a combination of a book and like an animation or a TV show.
Yeah.
Or a movie. Mm-hmm. Something like that. Because it takes the visual part of the film and puts that in place of the description a book will give you, and it takes all the dialogue in a book and just shows you that in the actual visual part.
Yeah.
It's really... I love comics.
So do I.
See, we've been talking like 27 minutes about comics.
Yeah, this is actually going pretty well.
Yeah.
Better than last episode.
We have a whole list of subjects, and we didn't need any of them.
We've literally just tapped 1... Well, 2 technically.
2 technically, but
Whap
the
and
first one we
Deadpool.
needed to do.
Yeah, well, we didn't have to.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, it was just kind of a thing. We also have visual
Here's
jokes
the thing.
down, so that'll... hey, let me get the... hit the table.
The original idea with Here's the Thing was we were going to have it so that whenever someone said, Here's the Thing, we would play the noise of that rubber chicken. Let me go grab it.
Yeah, we never actually, like, established this as a rule. This was just kind of a thing that I always thought the creation.
I actually just learned about this, right before we started recording this podcast.
5 minutes before we were talking, and I was like, hold on. I went into the other room and
we grabbed the rubber chicken. And, yeah, that's really loud. I'm sorry.
R.I.P. headphone users.
Trigger warning. Oh.
Well, there goes the secret.
What secret?
Here's the thing. Alright, that's enough of that.
Yeah,
we just throw it around at this point.
Yeah. But yeah, so every time someone said, Here's the Thing, we would play that chicken noise, I guess.
Yeah, that never really took off because the name immediately had to change after day one.
Unfortunately. I like the logo we have for it, though. It's still... the video for it is still the logo for Here's the Thing.
Is it really?
Yeah. I didn't change it. I didn't take the video down or anything. I just left it up. Changed the name and the description.
Enough.
And the tags.
I'm gonna miss that logo. It was actually very well done.
Thank you.
You're
I drew it.
Well, you drew the toast.
I drew the toast.
Our other friend Jordan ended up making the entire logo.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have him on one day. I would like to.
He's a pretty quiet dude, though. But
he is.
I'd like to see what kind of stuff he'd add to the conversation.
Well, he loves video games and movies, so he'd be very well versed in those.
Yeah, so that is right up our You know,
Our alley.
Thank you, Jake.
No problem.
Next topic.
Oh, we're actually doing these topics?
I don't know.
I don't know. We just kind of talked about comics for 27 minutes and then moved on to here's the thing.
Did we have anything else to talk about?
I don't know.
Oh no.
Like, I can't really watch movies. They're just hard for me to watch. So.
I love movies. I don't watch them often. I wish I watched them more.
Yeah. I love movies too. I just don't.
I just end up on Reddit too often.
That's how I am.
I really just have to undownload the Bacon Reader app on my phone. So
But then you can just go to the mobile site of Reddit.
No, don't remind me that it exists.
Well, now it exists. It didn't before.
Honestly, though, the mobile version's still kind of crappy.
But it's a lot better than what it was.
Oh yeah, it's a lot better than trying to do the normal website on your phone.
Yeah.
Normal website is fine.
Especially if
normal website on your phone, not fine.
Yeah, especially if they had a theme to their website or their subreddit.
Yeah.
Because then it was just like
you can't see the themes or anything on the subreddits in Bacon Reader.
I use Bacon Reader actually.
Yeah, it's just all like I have mine set to like the blue color.
I have mine
blue.
set to black.
I like the dark blue.
Mine only has light and dark, so.
Oh wait,
yeah.
What?
iPhones.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, I have a LG.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means.
An LG.
Laser gun.
Life
giver.
No. Birth giver. Comma mom.
Lol.
Memes.
I just said lol. If any of you say lol out loud, please comment and subscribe down below.
And leave us a like. Please leave us a like. We're begging you.
You're allowed to leave a like upwards or a like downwards.
But preferably upwards, that's good.
Preferably upwards, but only if it's truthful. Speak from the heart. If you don't have a heart,
speak from the
how
soul.
are you alive?
That's a good point. We should talk about death.
Death. So my favorite part about death.
So one of the best things about death is...
You know what? There's a train. I don't know if you can hear that.
They probably can.
Wait.
Yeah. They can. Very faintly.
One second. Let's wait
let's just keep going. I live right by the train tracks. So.
Yeah, is the window open? I'm not going to go.
No, it's not open.
Okay,
trains are just loud things.
Stupid trains.
Fuck trains.
Friggin'
fucking trains.
Delivering supplies or whatever. Nobody even rides trains anymore.
I'm not a hobo. Oh, stop.
What? You don't like my Meatwad voice?
I haven't seen that show in forever.
I haven't seen the show at all.
What? You've never... We have to watch it sometime.
We'll watch it tonight? Wait.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't remember the Netflix login.
Wait, it's on Netflix?
I don't know if it still is, but it used to be.
Oh, well, in that case, I have Netflix on my phone, so I could probably watch it. I forget what it's called, though.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Okay.
Sponsored by Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, speaking of death, I was watching Billy and Mandy earlier.
That was a great show.
I haven't watched much of it, but I ended up finding them not legally on YouTube, but I ended up finding, the first episode I watched, and it's probably my favorite episode, which is apparently season 6 episode... Oh, shit, what was it? It was either 8 or 12.
Very different looking numbers, but go on.
I think the title of the episode was, Spider-Mandy or something like that.
Oh, yeah, was that the first episode with the spider guy?
Yeah, it's just this random spider guy is in Billy's bed, and he's got spider pox.
Yeah.
And because Billy doesn't wash his hands, he accidentally transfers it to Mandy, and then Mandy gets spider pox, and then she turns into a giant spider.
Oh, wait. Was that the episode with the spider dude was introduced?
I don't know. Because Billy didn't seem to know him. So
was he introduced? Just being there?
He was literally just in the bed and he was calling Billy Dad, and Billy was like, I don't know why this guy's calling me Dad.
Okay.
Maybe it's just because Billy is stupid.
No, I think that... I haven't seen that show in forever, but I think it sets it up for later down the line.
So, gives a little backstory on why he's calling him Dad?
Yeah.
Ah, I'm interested to see that. I should just buy all the DVDs for Billy and Mandy.
It was a surprisingly good show. Very out there kind of humor though.
Another show that's out there, Invader Zim. That is probably one of my all-time favorite cartoons.
Invader Zim seemed so hipster mainstream. I know I keep saying like things are mainstream.
Yeah, being a nerd is mainstream.
Yeah,
Mainstream's
so cool.
Everybody likes Girl, but they've never seen the show.
Yeah, that's a thing.
That's a weird thing, actually.
I don't get it.
That's like I can't wear a shirt or for anything unless I know what it's for. Like the other day, I bought a shirt. It's this awesome shirt with a rainbow spiral of dancing skeletons with like top hats. It's awesome. I wore it to school for the first day I wore it to school. First period, someone goes, "Is that a Grateful Dead shirt?" And I was like, "What?" Turns out it was a Grateful Dead shirt. That's a band I've never heard of. So I had to listen to them later that day, and I ended up liking them. So
yeah, they're very good. They were huge in the 70s and 60s, I believe.
I don't know.
Very jam band, very stoner rock, and I love it.
I listened to them while I was doing homework.
Like I don't smoke weed.
Yeah, you smoke.
Koosh.
You smoke cocaine.
Yes, I smoke heroin. Lots and lots of it. No, I don't.
We smoke alcohol.
Government, please don't sue.
What? Why would they sue us? Okay.
But like I love that like stoner rock kind of vibe, like Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd.
That is one of my favorite albums.
It's really good.
I mean, that may be like a mainstream thing to say that Dark Side of the Moon is one of my favorite albums.
I mean, it kind of is. But
It's a really good album.
Yeah, it was very well done.
There's a reason everybody goes, "Hey, this album's good. You should listen to it."
That's why
it's good, and you should listen to it.
Yeah, that's why why most people think of Dark Side of the Moon when they hear Pink Floyd is because it was a huge album. Very well done. My
stepdad keeps trying to convince me that Pink Floyd purposely made Dark Side of the Moon match up with The Wizard of Oz.
I heard about that.
That's just a coincidence.
It has to be.
There's no way that they would spend all their time just for something that
a few people would notice and care about down the line.
And they never even talk about at all.
Well, then again, that's what we're doing, is doing a thing that people will not care about down the line.
Well, yeah, but you know what? I was about to say, but yeah, we're doing it more so for ourselves because it's fun.
That's true.
But then I realized,
they were probably doing that too.
What if they find that fun? It's all a conspiracy.
Oh god, rip headphone users.
Sorry, headphone users.
You can do it better than I can.
That's because I can also wiggle my ears.
Can you actually? Son of a bitch, you can.
Yeah.
Visual jokes.
Maybe we'll show that. Maybe I'll take a video of that and put it over right here. Okay. So now you can probably see me wiggling my ears.
If we remember.
Probably giving up some sort of thumbs up. Got a little smile, wink.
We'll remember to add this, maybe.
Or not.
Probably not.
So like and subscribe if you can wiggle your ears.
Comment, like, and subscribe if you remember seeing this video of us wiggling our ears, but only Madison, because I can't.
Well,
I'm Jake, by the way. That's Madison.
Yeah, in case you didn't know our names after watching the second episode and us saying it, I'm Madison and that's Jake.
Hi,
The other guy
Jake.
who was here last week is James. And the guy that we'll hopefully have next week is going to be Tyler.
Yeah, I would love to have Ty on.
Ty's a cool guy.
He is.
By the way, if you're listening to this, Ty, seriously.
We love you.
We love you, Ty. No homo.
We would love to have you on the show, though.
Yeah, but seriously, though.
We're not, a big show, but, it'd be cool to talk to for however long we decide to do it.
We got 8 views. That means we got 8 viewers. 4 subscribers.
Yes, at least 6, because
I
remember I checked
actually, one of those subscribers is my other channel, so 3 subscribers.
And one of them is probably Ty or James.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
both. So we could just have 1 subscriber.
So if
Welcome
you got
to the
one
channel before we got big, maybe. Hopefully we get big one down.
Hi, 1 subscriber.
Hi, maybe other subscribers.
Also, if that 1 subscriber is Kendra, just remember, I know where you sleep. So anyways.
Give back my fucking money.
Oh.
Sorry.
I didn't give you any money.
No, Kendra.
Oh, yeah, give Jake back his money. Jesus Christ.
It's been 13 years, man. I need to buy
I'm pretty
a pack
sure that's
of
about
gum.
how old she is.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She's 13 or 14. Sorry for forgetting your age, Kenny. I don't even know my age.
It's 18.
Holy shit.
Because you're not in the draft.
Oh, shit.
You hear that, government?
No!
Oh, well. Win some, lose some.
What were we talking about?
I don't know. Invader Zim!
Invader Zim and Billy and Mandy are both shows where the ending is something that would completely screw over the main characters in like every episode, but by the next episode they're fine. The Billy and Mandy episode where it's with Spider-Mandy, Grimm's all like, "Yeah, you told the spider guy to what's his name, Jeff?
Yeah, Jeff the Spider.
You told Jeff to go away, never come back. So there's no cure. Everyone's this giant spider." And then like there's teacher, I think that's his teacher, comes down, like he opens up the door, walks outside, everyone's a spider, but they're acting like normal.
Yeah.
The teacher like comes down from a web that's I guess hanging from the sky, Spider-Man video game physics, and
Did you ever?
And he goes, "Why did you do this?" or something like that, and then Billy just freaks out and he's like hyperventilating in the room.
Yeah. Did you ever play the Spider-Man games?
I've played.
He played Friend or Foe.
I played Friend or Foe.
Which we mentioned that.
Did we?
Last time, maybe?
Oh, well, then you...
I vaguely remember
If we did, then you know my stance on it. It's a fun game, but it's also a shit game. No offense, developers of Friend or Foe who are listening to this right now.
Or maybe only offense, depending on if you didn't care.
Wink.
That's the wink noise.
It's a good idea, though, the Friend or Foe thing.
It was a very good idea. It just wasn't very well done.
Yeah,
So.
if it only had one level, I guess it'd be very well done. The problem is it gets really repetitive.
Yeah.
And the writing's really corny.
Sorry, I was yawning.
I don't know, there might be something like in corny writing that just kind of appeals to some people. It kind of appeals to me, but other times it's like, you're just sitting there kind of cringing.
Well, the thing about, like, corny writing is that, like, it has to be clever corny writing.
Yeah.
Like, you can do stupid humor easily.
Like in Evil Dead. Oh my god, Evil Dead is...
I didn't see it.
Oh!
You can do
stupid...
We will. You can do stupid humor very easily. But, like, doing stupid humor the right way and making it stupidly funny is actually very hard to do.
Yeah.
And I just didn't think they nailed it on the head with that.
Nope. I feel like I've played Spider-Man 2, or like one of the movie tie-in Spider-Man games, but I don't think I've played very much of it, and it was a long before Friend or Foe time,
Yeah.
So Friend or Foe, I think, is honestly... Oh, and the new Amazing Spider-Man game, the first one. I played that one too, with like the lizard.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. I think I might own that one. I'm not sure.
That one was pretty good. I'd have to say the web slinging was pretty good. The like freaking large amount of costumes was really cool.
If we're thinking of the same game, it was not as good as you remember.
Probably not. No. That's how nostalgia kicks in. I used to think Friend or Foe was really good, and then I didn't play it for 2 years. I went back and played it, and I was like, this is still fun. It's not a good game though.
Well, I mean, I guess this kind of does tie into one of the other topics that
So back to Deadpool. No.
No.
Video game.
Well, they did put out a video game, but like, sorry for that shitty cross out.
I don't care.
This kind of does tie in with like another topic that we have written down. Mega Man.
Oh. Mega Man.
Mega Man was done. I don't even know how long ago.
In the year 2000X.
Yep. But it was very well done at the time, and it still holds up to this day.
Speaking of that, I have the first two Mega Man games on my 3DS through the Virtual Console.
I'm still mad at him for that.
Because I have them?
No, well, because I lost mine,
Oh.
and then I realized that I could have bought them.
I would totally let you borrow it,
It's fine.
but
It's fine.
I kind of like my 3DS.
It's fine.
But I haven't played through either of them. I suck at Mega Man. I suck so much. I can barely get to the level. I can't really get to the boss, and if I do get to the boss, I don't win.
Yeah.
They kill me.
Well, the bosses were very challenging.
They are.
They still are to this day. Like, well,
Yeah.
I mean, if you know the pattern, then
Yeah. But if you I know the Virtual Console has like that save thing that you can do to it.
yeah,
I am choosing not to do that because I kind of want to play it
the way that everyone else played it when it came out.
The way it would be played. It's very good. It's listening to Proto Men, the band.
The Proto Men are very fantastic.
Listening to the band Proto Men before playing Mega Man made me think that Mega Man would have more of a story. And so I kind of bought those two Mega Man games going, oh, cool, awesome story with awesome gameplay.
Yeah.
It doesn't really have as much a story as I thought it would.
Dr. Wily's being a douche again. Dr. Light and Mega Man need to save the day.
And that's basically the story for every game, which is not very interesting. But the interesting thing about Mega Man was mostly, I think, the character design and the gameplay.
Yeah, the gameplay was huge. It's still fantastic.
I think. Wait, is Mega Man 10? Does it basically have the same gameplay?
They all have roughly the same gameplay. Mega Man 10 was just a lot easier. And plus it had an easy mode.
Yeah. I feel like Mega Man 10 would be the only Mega Man game I'm ever going to be able to finish.
Do you have Mega Man 10?
No.
Oh.
I only have Mega Man 1 and 2. I was going to get Mega Man 3, 4, all the rest of them on the Virtual Console, but since the Mega Man collection came out, I'm just going to buy that and play more.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Which it has one...
I think it has 1 through 6.
It's either 1 through 6 or 1 through 7, because I remember Mega Man 8, which I actually did like the art style of it, but it took a very different turn in music and art style. It kind of became 2.5D in its own way, which is actually very cool. But a lot of people were like, this game sucks. And I kind of agree. It was the last one to wrap up the series for a long time.
Which one? Mega Man 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it didn't hold up as well as the other Mega Man games, but it was still kind of at least a little bit fun to play for me.
How was Mega Man 9?
Mega Man 9 is awesome.
Is it almost as good as Mega Man 2?
Yep.
Mega Man 2 is generally considered the best Mega Man, right?
I don't know. I don't actually know. Huh. Well, that's just my personal opinion.
Your personal favorite's Mega Man 2.
Yeah. Because that was the one that I just grew up playing.
Yeah. The first Mega Man's the only one that doesn't have 8 bosses.
Yep, it had only 6. Yep.
Except for the spin-off Mega Man games, I guess, but those don't count. Mega Man X, Mega Man Extreme.
Mega Man X is...
That's like an RPG type game.
Mega Man Extreme?
No, X.
No, it's not. It's the same thing as... It's basically the same thing as Mega Man, but it's set in the year 20XX.
Which could be basically...
Yeah.
100 different... 2000X could only be 9 different... No, yeah, 10 different years.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Mega Man 20XX could be potentially 100 years.
Yeah. Which I loved Mega Man X. I mean, not as much as the original Mega Man games, but I did genuinely enjoy them.
Shit, which one do I have in my 3DS? 1 second.
Which, Mega Man X?
I feel like it is. 1 sec.
Because Mega Man X was... What ended up happening was Mega Man was originally just a 2D side-scroller in which... Well, that held up, but you would go to from one part of the stage to the other, and then the screen would advance to the next section. The one I have is Mega Man Extreme. That one's a 2D side-scroller one, and that one has really fast gameplay. Mm-hmm. From what I can tell, from what I remember, I don't play this one as much as the first 2 Mega Man games. But that one with X, they instead of doing the not side scroller, but they did the game in segments, they made it all flow as one game, which is very interesting in how they did that. So, I have a quick question. What's it? All the Mega Man games are numbered with Roman numerals, right? On the covers, yes. Not generally, though. Okay. So, Mega Man 10 has an X there. Do you think people got confused and thought that was Mega Man X and got that? I'm not sure, actually. I don't remember if it uses Roman numerals, but I know that it reads out as just Mega Man 10. Alright. But I'm gonna... If we ever get big, I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this, but I gotta say Mega Man X8 was my favorite out of all the X's. I don't know. That was the one that I grew up playing the most. Okay. There was, Sorry for making this all about Mega Man. That's alright. We'll make it about a different video game in a second. BioShock. That series, I have, how you have an unpopular opinion on your favorite game in Mega Man X, Mega Man X8? Yeah. I have an unpopular opinion on the best BioShock game. My favorite BioShock game is not BioShock 1 or BioShock Infinite. It's actually BioShock 2. And that might be because that's the first one I played, but I like the story in that one a lot. Yeah, it was pretty good. I really, really liked it. I don't know why I said it was pretty good. I never played it. I own all 3 of them. on PC, and then
My
BioShock.
PC can't run Infinite.
Mine can kind of it can run Infinite, but like it's just me.
I mean, it can run it, but it's super laggy.
I just never got around to it. Oh, okay. But I own all 3 of them on PC, and then I own BioShock 1 on console.
I own BioShock 1 and 2 on console, Xbox 360.
Same.
Throwback Thursday. We're recording this on Friday.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday. TGI Friday. Like, shit.
Trademark.
Oh, no.
This will be released on Wednesday, so happy Hump Day.
Do the hump, de hump. I feel like it's from a song.
It probably is. I can't
the
think of it, though.
Humpty Dance is your chance to do the hump. This is not pod-safe music at all.
No. As long as it's not over 15 seconds, I believe. I don't know.
Well, it's also my rendition, so it's a cover of it, technically.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, we didn't get the art permission, though.
Shit. So I guess we're basically Glee now.
Hey, we're not going to get into that.
Shots fired. Anyways.
Yeah, I remember the whole ordeal with that with Jonathan Colton.
Sorry you had to go through that, Jonathan Colton, if you're ever listening to this.
Probably not.
He might.
I doubt it.
That'd be really cool. Jonathan Colton, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry I'm fanboying out. Okay.
That would be awesome, because we're both big fans of his music. But I doubt it.
Yeah.
He seems like a busy enough guy.
It'd be ironic if the PodSafe Christmas song was not PodSafe.
That'd actually be pretty funny.
That'd be super funny. We should probably test it out. See if it's not PodSafe or not.
Well, we're not
Maybe
gonna
next
do
time.
that.
No, I'm kidding.
You know what would be interesting is if we played, like, non-copywritten smooth jazz in the background of his video.
That's what IHE does. I Hate Everything.
Yeah.
In, like, all of his videos, for his Jarcast videos,
Yeah.
it's all smooth jazz.
I don't know.
He actually mentions it in one of the Jarcasts. He goes, he said something along the lines of, like, are his fans thinking that they actually just, like, sit around all day with smooth jazz playing?
Yeah.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah, well, I mean, if need be, we can just put it in, right, like, throughout the video. Just edit that in.
So if you're listening to smooth jazz right now, listen to this amazing saxophone solo. That's trademark. Don't steal that.
Can you trademark noises? I don't think you can. Well, that's just what words are, noises. So...
You can't trademark words, especially not the word react.
You can't trademark guttural noises.
That's my second my second language that I speak is gibberish.
I know, you're very good at it. That was just a farting noise.
So anyways, back to Invader Zim. No.
So back to Deadpool. I know I keep going back to this.
What's your favorite sports ball team?
What's yours?
Well, you see...
Not to go back to Deadpool, but he had a lot of sports teams.
So speaking of sports ball, and my favorite team that I just mentioned, Telltale Games, I don't know if it was like a fan-created model or not, but one of the models, I was telling you about this earlier, one of the models for a Telltale game was a duffel bag with the word sports ball on it. I just thought that was amazing. I saw it on Reddit, so I don't know if it was like a fan-made thing or if it was like photoshopped or something. I don't know, but it was funny either way.
Yeah, definitely. That is pretty funny.
I know, I already know your opinion on Telltale Games, but Jake, what's your opinion on the Telltale Games?
Well, alright. Unpopular opinion. I don't care for Telltale Games.
That's probably not an unpopular opinion, honestly.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, everything's a popular opinion with somebody.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as unpopular opinions.
No, don't go all Johnny Test on me.
Johnny Cash.
I was watching this video where it was counting all the whip noises in Johnny Test, and it counted over 100.
Oh my god!
And if you watch the video, the entire thing, it's like 3 minutes, but it shows you the entire plot because they put so many whip noises. Someone takes extra time to put those in, and they don't add anything to the show. Why? Anyways, continue with what you were saying.
Going
off on tangents.
This is what we were supposed to do. No,
we're supposed to cough?
Okay, so... I don't care for Telltale games. Just because they feel too much like movies. And I mean, you do have an influence in, like,
somewhat.
who lives, yeah. But it just doesn't feel big enough to me. I just don't like movie games where you watch. That being said, recently bought Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, and that game is beautiful.
Although that's not really more like a movie game. That's sort of like
That's a walk and talk kind of game.
Yeah, that's sort of I think it's actually made by the same people. It's sort of like a Dear I forgot how to pronounce it. Dear Esther.
Yeah, Dear Esther.
Dear Esther. It's sort of like that game, which I haven't played. I want to play it. I'm willing to pay the money for it because I heard it's a really good game.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, quote unquote, walking simulators, I don't mind.
Which is hypocritical, I know, but what can you do? I guess I just don't like Telltale games.
It's different, you know. I'd say the walking simulators and Telltale style of games are still very different.
Yeah, they do have their like differences and similarities.
Yeah. I actually heard that I think they're called the Chinese Room. The people who made Dear Esther and Everybody's Gone to the Rapture.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They also helped make Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs.
Oh, really?
Yes, which I heard was not as good as the original Amnesia, which, honestly, with sequels, a lot of the times they're not as good.
Yeah, they kind of fall flat.
Except for Bioshock 2.
If you're hearing this, Bioshock 2, please sponsor us.
Where was I going with this?
Sequel's not holding up? Question mark?
Sequels not holding up. What other sequels don't hold up? Like, not even just games, just sequels in general.
Oh, God. Grown-Ups, too.
I've never watched the first Grown-Ups, but I never thought that was probably going to be a particularly good movie.
I didn't like it all that much. A lot of people did.
I'm not the biggest fan of those types of comedies.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of a fan of, like, older comedies, like Airplane.
I actually haven't seen that one.
You haven't? It's fantastic.
I know it's fantastic. I don't watch movies often.
Yeah.
So
if you're into, like, that kind of comedy, it's very well done. It's like the same kind of comedy as Spaceballs.
Yeah, and Spaceballs was a good film.
Spaceballs was hilarious. And, what is it? I think it's like History of the World or something like that was the name of it.
I've never heard that.
I've never seen it. I could be butchering the name entirely. It could be called Taco Tuesdays at Moe's.
Sponsor.
You hear that, Taco Tuesdays? Please sponsor us.
What else was I going to say? Sequels that don't hold up.
I can't think of any.
I know, I can't think of any, but there are so many.
Yeah, I know, like, that's one of the things that it's like, what's your favorite dessert? And it's like, I like desserts.
Yeah, you just
kind of forget everything.
When you're kind of put on the spot a little bit, you can't think of it at all. At all.
At all.
Sequels that don't hold up.
Whap 2.
Whap 2. No longer the thing. Sponsor.
Bioshock 2.
We're sponsoring ourselves. Whap 2, no
Whap 2 sponsors Whap. So, like, comment, and subscribe if you were sponsored by Whap. Man, we're just going to run that joke into the ground. Or at least I am.
Yeah, we should probably just keep that joke to this
Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that. Okay. I did not want this joke to go more than 0.
Then why do you keep saying it?
Because I found it funny.
But if you run a joke into the ground, it's gonna be run into the ground.
But then it'll reach a new depth in which it could be even funnier.
And that's how memes are created.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
We are a meme cast.
Oh no! That was the other name we were considering, Memecast.
We
decided not to do the name because it's stupid.
Memes are dumb.
No offense.
No offense, creator of memes.
If you're a meme and you're watching this,
sorry. Please forgive us.
Do 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 do. That's probably not the right tune at all. I don't know what song you're singing.
Neither do I. Just
Oh,
kind of made it up.
We made up our own song. Please forgive us. Do do do. That was really high.
Jesus Christ.
My name is Jesus, and my last name is Christ.
My name is Jesus, and I was hung from the cross.
Does that count as being hung? He was nailed to it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we said we weren't going to get into religion earlier.
So
back to Deadpool.
And also be hanged.
Oh my god.
So
you know what else is hanged?
Deadpool.
Some. Actually, I feel like he probably gets hanged in some comic somewhere.
I think he does. Moving on.
Speaking of stuff that gets hanged, Binding of Isaac. Rebirth. There's some monsters in there that are literally, they're like, they look like Greed, the monster in that, and Binding of Isaac Rebirth is a video game, by the way, for those of you who don't know. Anyways, there's some monsters in that they look like Greed, and they will, like, shoot stuff at you, but they're literally just, like, bodies hanging from the ceiling by a noose, and with, like, a fly spinning around. This is the same guy who made Super Meat Boy, so of course he's gonna be weird.
I know.
I like that guy. He seems like he'd be a pretty cool guy to just hang around with. He also has dyslexia, apparently.
Really?
Yeah. So, like, when in his blog posts, a lot of the stuff is misspelled. Actually, not a lot. It's not like every word is misspelled, but you'll find some. Yeah. You'll find grammatical errors in like every single one of them.
That's actually kind of cool, but at the same time, shitty.
Yeah, dyslexia sucks. I've never had dyslexia, so I don't know why I said it sucks. Because.
Well, I mean, like, you can say, like...
From my empathetic heart, I can say that dyslexia probably, maybe, most likely sucks.
Like, it has a chance of sucking.
We just hit 1 hour, 1 minute.
Nice. You want to go to 4 minutes?
Sure.
We passed... Do you want to go to 1 hour, 4 minutes? That's called a joke.
Oh, no, it flew over my head.
Oh, no, your wallet.
He's stealing my wallet.
I'm not stealing it. I put it back down.
Speaking of my wallet, so Pokemon Sun and Moon are coming out.
Yeah, I saw. And actually, it seems pretty interesting that they're running out of names.
What? Sun and Moon is actually probably one of the better name combinations, I'd have to say. Yeah. White and black?
Kind of racy.
What?
What?
Actually, I don't think there's any Pokemon names that are particularly bad, except for maybe like the White 2, Black 2. Because that just kind of... I mean, I haven't played them, so maybe like out of context, it doesn't make sense to me.
It's like Final Fantasy 13-2.
That's basically what it is?
Yeah. Like the naming process.
So it's sort of like same game, but just a sequel to that game specifically?
Yeah.
Huh. Because I guess Pokemon games technically...
They're all the same idea.
In terms of like story, they technically aren't sequels because honestly,
they're different regions.
They're different regions, and basically, Pokemon games kind of recycle the same story over and over again. And honestly, that's okay with me.
Well, I mean, like it's not. It is okay. I do enjoy the games.
Yeah, it isn't like exactly the same each time, but it has the same basic idea. You're a kid. You pick from 3 starter. Pick from 3 starter Pokemon. You go on an adventure, there's an evil group that wants to do a thing with the stuff, and you have to defeat them, and then you go and you defeat the Elite Four, and then you got your after game, which I've never ever gotten into, because every time I was a kid and I got into the after game, I didn't know what to do, so I restarted the game.
I did enjoy Pokemon as a kid, but what ended up happening was I was dumb and never actually played through games expecting to beat them. I played games for fun. Some of you might find that weird.
I don't find it weird.
No. That's what people should do.
If you're playing a game and you're getting frustrated at it, but not just like a sort of like, oh man, this level's really hard, but sort of like a genuine, like, you're ready to just like cry and throw your controller and kill someone frustrated, you should probably at the very least take like a 10-minute break, because that is not healthy.
That being said, Super Meat Boy has pushed me to that point before.
Did you take 10-minute breaks?
No.
Damn it, Jake!
I know, I broke the rule that we just established.
Just now established.
Before.
If I see you breaking that rule again, I'm not going to do anything about it, but I will be really mad, and I'll probably talk about it on a podcast. This podcast.
You're going to talk about it to me?
Yes.
Alright, that's fine.
Well, James is here. He's just going to sit there awkwardly, quietly, thinking to himself.
He's still here. Say hi, James.
I'm James.
Oh, fucking Christ.
That was not James.
No.
That was me. I mean, Meatwad.
No. Not Meatwad.
Ooh.
Nope.
I can do a Stitch voice, but it's basically the same thing as Meatwad.
No, it's kind of different, but not quite. No, don't get close to the mic and just stop. Alright, fucking on that note, we'll end that here.
Okay.
Alright. And this has been Whap.
This has been Whap.
Formerly known as Here's the Thing.
I just wanted one last thing to say about Pokemon, our last topic for today. My personal favorite Pokemon game would have to be not even just game series, would have to be the Mystery Dungeon series. I like that better than the main series.
I never played through the Mystery Dungeon series.
I haven't. Wait, you don't have a working 3DS, do you?
I don't have a 3DS. Mine's
Wait,
gone.
do you have a normal DS?
Yes.
Okay, because I have Explorers of Sky.
Ooh.
And that goes on normal DS.
Oh,
so I will let you borrow that.
Sweet.
But yes, Mystery Dungeon, my favorite Pokemon game series. I think it's very good.
Didn't they have those Pokemon Ranger games?
They also had those. I didn't like those as much as either of the other two types of Pokemon games.
Neither did I. I just wanted to bring up that those existed.
Yeah. Are there any other Pokemon games besides? I mean, besides.
It was a trading card game.
I love the trading card. I haven't actually played it. I like the actual cards.
There's a Game Boy version of the Pokemon trading card game.
I'm pretty sure that's on the Virtual Console, actually.
I don't know. I don't have a 3DS to check.
I do. It's right here.
Oh,
Listen
fuck
to
you.
it.
That was him closing his 3DS.
But I opened it to do that first.
No.
Yes. Wait, Jake.
What?
If we hold this out long enough, we can get 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 66. Wait a minute. That doesn't add up.
Okay, so 1 minute, 1 hour, 7 minutes,
6 seconds.
6 seconds.
That's technically 1666.
Okay.
That's actually 6666.
Oh, shit.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense either. No, it does. Never mind.
I don't feel like holding out that long, though.
That's 6666, so that...
Well, alright, maybe our outro will take that long. Probably not.
I don't know.
We're at 30
Okay,
right now.
so this has been Whap. Thank you for joining us on this grand adventure that was twice as long as our last grand adventure.
Yeah.
With less people, too, so...
Which is actually kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Like it turned out this way.
I thought we'd have trouble finding out what to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, we usually do have pretty good conversations. And it's unfortunate that James couldn't be here, but that's just how it works.
And
this has been Whap.
This has been Whap. Thank you for... I already said that.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. That's all we have to say. Wait, I got this.
Bye, guys.
I'm gonna love you!